Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to Software Testing Tools course. So this is Pranav who is going to take the classes for you. Having more than 16 years experience training, total overall IT experience 18 years, trained more than 10,000 students. So different tools, my experience, WinRunner, Jdbc, Selenium, Java, Selenium, Python, Tosca. So the various tools where I work, designed frameworks. Right. That is a brief about myself. Now, the course which you joined about software testing, right? Software testing. So let me explain first of all what is my teaching plan for you. What are the topics we are going to cover in this course? So in when you go for software testing, there are two modules we have. One module which we are going to call manual testing, the first module. Second module we have automation tools. Automation tools. So generally software testing, two ways we can perform. One is called manual testing. The other one is called automation testing. One is manual testing. Other one is automation testing. Sir, in this course, what we are going to discuss? So in this manual testing, first I will go and explain to you introduction to software testing. What is software testing? Second thing we are going to discuss about the introduction to software. Third one which we are going to discuss about the software development life cycle, that is SDLC. Then SDLC related concepts we discuss. After that, we go for the SDLC methodologies or models. So different kind of models are there, such as waterfall model, V model, so agile scrum methodology, agile scrum methodology. Other different models. Other models also the spiral model, prototype model, RAD model. Other various models are there. The SDLC methodology. After this SDLC methodologies, where we are going to discuss about the testing methodologies. Testing methodologies we are going to discuss. So what are those? Like white box testing, white box testing. Second one is black box testing. Third one is gray box testing. Everyone able to hear me properly? If you yes it is, just give the message in the chat box. Yes, no. Give the yes in the chat box. If everyone able to hear me. Only two members can hear me. What about others? Bhavana are able to hear me? Give the message in the chat box. Sharma, Ravi, When I written this much, you don't have the patience to write that much as the characters to write in the chat box. Yes. Hmm. Okay, thank you. So after this testing methodologies, where we have to learn about the in software development process, what are the various testing levels in software development lifecycle. We have like a unit testing, then we have the integration testing, we have system testing. After this system testing, in the system testing, integration testing, again we have the lot of testing techniques. Like in integration testing, we have the big bang approach, incremental approach, top down approach, bottom up approach, hybrid approach, those things. After system testing, in the system testing also there are a lot of testing techniques are there which we are going to discuss, such as functionality testing, user interface testing, usability testing, performance testing, security testing, compatibility testing, installation testing, comparative testing, compatibility testing, like this. Various testing techniques we are going to discuss under the system testing. After that, we have the user acceptance testing. User acceptance testing. In that, again, alpha testing, beta testing, these things we are going to discuss. Then miscellaneous testing techniques are there. So, like, are more popular in interviews point of view also. Retesting, regression testing, smoke test, sanity test, then informal testing techniques. So, what are the informal testing techniques we are going to discuss here? One is like a adapt testing. What is that? Adapt testing. Then exploratory testing, risk or priority based testing. Like this, we have. See, up to this portion where you are going to learn different kind of software testing related vocabulary. At this moment, you don't have idea what is regression testing, who is going to perform, when it is going to perform, what is the intention of the regression testing. That's what you are going to learn here, up to here. But when you enter into the organization, when you got a chance to work as a test engineer, so this all the activities you may not going to do it is you are going to involve in a separate testing team. In a separate testing team. So the testing team, what are the activities are going to do in order to test the application? That is what practical sessions are going to be on manual testing. So software testing life cycle on real time. Software testing life cycle on real time project. Now, what are the things we are going to learn? Preparing test plan document. How we can prepare the test plan document. Testing team I'm saying about. Then we have the test design or test case design. Test design or test case design. So in this, about use case document, we are going to learn how it is going to be. Identifying test scenarios based on project related documents. Reference of the project related documents. How do you identify test scenarios? How do you identify test scenarios? Then, what is test case? Test case, design techniques, types of test cases, test case template, preparing test cases for a real-time project. Then, using requirements traceability matrix. After that, test execution levels. How do you perform the test execution? Next, effect management, like effect identification, defect identification, reporting defects, defect tracking, real-time defect submission process. For the defect template, defect tracking, then defect retesting, defect closure, other defect management activities. Then have the bug life cycle, then test closure. So finally, software testing principles. This entire topic comes under manual testing portion for us. But as a test engineer, even though you shown like a 3 to 5 years of experience, your activities are going to be like this: test scenarios identification, preparing test cases, so execution activities, and defect management activities. From here to here only, your activities are going to be, even though you are the 5 years of experience in testing. So these are the active testing. Those on project level, I will go and explain to detailed way. Okay. So once manual testing portion is completed, there will be inter-oriented session on manual testing we discuss. After that, next module we have right automation tools. Coming to the automation tools, so which tools we are going to discuss? The first tool which we are going to discuss about the Jira is used for as a testing engineer defect report. Simple tool how we are going to use like a Gmail application. Such a way we use the this Jira for reporting purpose. Okay. It is used for defect reporting. After that, so I will go on to explain to you how to create the cloud instance for Jira so that you can able to get the exposure on the tool how it is going to be used. Same way, we are going to discuss about the Selenium WebDriver. So in the Selenium tool, it is a what is the purpose of this one? It is a functionality. It's a functionality testing tool. It is. It is functionality testing tool. It is. Okay. Now in this, we discuss about the core Java concepts will be covered. Even though you don't have any programming knowledge, we are going to discuss from the scratch. So core Java and then so WebDriver tool. That is a tool we are going to discuss. Okay. So some of you may have idea means you can say. So what are the frameworks we are going to discuss in the WebDriver? I will going to cover TestNG framework, data-driven framework, page object model framework, Cucumber framework. I will repeat. So frameworks, TestNG framework, data-driven framework, page object model framework, Cucumber framework. Apart that, other things what we are going to cover in this WebDriver mix, some other tools related to Maven tool, Jenkins tool, repository point of view, Git and GitHub repositories we are going to discuss. Okay. There are a lot of content is there during the automation testing them. I will explain at the moment. Okay. So this is the course we have. So what is the duration for this course is? It will take around 55 days assume that. So in that manual testing will be around 20 days, 22 20 days. It is 25 days approximately 25 days. Whereas Selenium we are going to discuss around 30 to 35 days. We are going to discuss it. But Selenium is completely practical orientation. Sir, how we can practice? So during the automation testing classes, I will go and explain to you where we have to download and how we have to install. The complete 1 or 2 sessions I will go and explain to you to create Selenium environment in your system for practicing purpose. Okay. Today and tomorrow, our sessions are going to be 9 to 11 a.m. I'm going to take. Today and tomorrow, our sessions are going to be so 9 to 11 a.m. But actually, the classes weekdays means it is from Monday to Friday. I'm going to take the Monday to Friday timings are it is 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. IST. Daily 1 hour session is going to be there. Monday to Friday it is. So 4:30 to 5. So today and tomorrow only I'm going to take the class 9 to 11 a.m. Monday to Friday 4:30 to 5:30 our regular session is going to. So once the registrations are completed, class notes will be shared daily WhatsApp group. I'm going to create the one WhatsApp group. So in that group, I will going to share the class notes. Whatever topics are covered, The corresponding notes I will going to share in the WhatsApp team. The second thing, class. There's a live class only, not whole recording. Live class, whatever class I'm taking now, that live class, recorded sessions. Access will be given to you by my administrator. Live class recorded sessions access will be given to. So right, next. Who is going to take the classes? Pranav, myself, and my WhatsApp number also I will going to share with you. Okay. This is the, so let me know. Do you have any doubts here so far? So any common doubts? Is RTM still using the RTM means here requirements traceability matrix? No, Ravi. It is RTM is requirements traceability matrix. Right. Ravi, is it clear your doubt? Right. That is the course teaching plan for us. What topics we are going to discuss, which is sequence I am going to take. So right. And now we'll go for the subject. What is the first topic we have? Introduction to software testing. Introduction to software testing. Sir, in this, what are the concepts we are going to discuss? I will going to explain to you about the what is software testing. What are the advantages of software testing? Advantages of software testing. Advantages of software testing. Difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. There are some of the major activities in software company, such as coding, testing, defect reporting, debugging, bug fixing, like this. After that, I will go and explain types of software testing. First one is what is meaning of manual testing? Then what is an automation? So once you understand this all the concepts, you can able to know it is required skill set for QA tester. To get a job as a test engineer, what type of skill set required? That clarity you will going to get it is. Okay. The introduction to software testing. These are the concepts we are going to discuss. So, to whom it is possible to continue the sessions in this time, you can continue the classes. To whom it may not possible to continue the classes in this time, so you want to leave, you can leave it is because so this class is going to another 1.5 hour unless your time is going to waste if you're not going to continue in this batch, right? That's the reason I'm saying. Or convenient with this time slots, so which are available for me also to take the classes, you continue it is, right? Okay. Now, first one, if I go for software testing. So what we are going to say software testing. Now, before going to about software testing, the basic thing we have to know it is like this. If I go for the one example, one software I'm talking about, ICICIbank.com is there. To whom it is developed? I will write in the chat box, but to whom it is developed? ICICIbank.com. Someone is developed. Assume that development company, Infosys company developed it is. But to whom it is developed? Write in the chat box. To whom it is developed. It is developed for ICICI Bank. He is nothing but where we are going to call client. They will provide the requirements. Who will provide business requirements? Business requirements to develop software. Okay. Now, developers are developing this software. But what they are going to do before going to deliver that software to the customer, nowadays every organization will maintain. Nowadays every organization will maintain separate testing team. Every organization will maintain separate testing team. Separate testing team. Now, that application is given to the testing team where testers are going to test the software. While testing software, what is their intention? Whatever business requirements are given by this client, everything is implemented correctly or not in that software. We have to go for testing. That is what we are going to call software testing. So we can say like this. It is a process used to identify correctness, completeness, and to measure quality of developed software. It is a process used to identify correctness, completeness, and to measure quality of developed software. In other words, we can call software testing performed to ensure client requirements on developed software. Whatever requirements are given by the client, all the requirements are covered in the application or not. We have to test it is. We will provide business requirements to develop the software. Now, whatever requirements are given as per the requirements. So, whatever requirements are given as per the requirements, application developed or not. It's a confirmation we have to do. In other words, we can say software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Right. Software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Let me tell you what is the meaning of verification, what is the meaning of validation. If I go for simple example, a calculator. What is the purpose of this calculator? To perform different kind of arithmetic operations. To perform different kind of arithmetic operations. Now, I want to check to perform different kind of arithmetic operations. Required features or components are implemented or not. When you are going to check, that is nothing but are going to call verification. We are going to call verification is a process to check whatever requirements are given by the client, everything is covered or not in application. I'm not trying to give the in technical definition at this moment. I want to explain to you what is actually verification. Understand simple. All the client requirements are covered or not. We have to check it is. That's the verification. Verification. Suppose there is no plus operator here. Are you going to say it's a complete calculator? No. So verification nothing but a completeness. Now what are the components are implemented here? Those are working properly or not? That is nothing but are going to call validation activity. Everything is covered or not? Verification. Everything is working as per our expectations or not? Validation. So about technical definition during the V model time we are going to discuss it is. Okay. So this is what the software testing. So what are the advantages are there? Advantages of software testing. Advantages of software testing. Even though you are going to buy a small any item in the market, you are going to see the stamp like a QC pass. QC means quality check pass, right? You're going to see quality check pass. Okay, same way here. So advantage of software testing. Here, Why we have to go for testing? When you test it, it will help to deliver reliable software to the customer. We can able to deliver right software to the customer. That's reliable software to the customer. Next thing, it will help to reduce maintenance cost for a project. It will help to reduce maintenance cost for a project. It will help to reduce maintenance cost for a project. That means maintenance cost means once we developed software, we deliver to the customer. While using software, if client got any issues, if client got any issues, to rectify those problems, some amount to be spent. Whatever amount they are going to spend to do the repair cost, that expenditure we call as maintenance cost we are going to call. Okay, so that if we deliver the right software, definitely client is going to face the less problems, so that low maintenance for the project. Next thing, it will help to stay in business. Stay in a business. Whom to stay in business? Whom to stay in business? Software company point of view. If we given the right software to the customer, whenever customer satisfied with our software, so then your company will get the good reputation in the market. Whenever you got the good reputation in the market, more orders are going to get, so that more projects we are going to do, more business we are going to do it is. Right. That is a software company point of view. Then it will help to improve the quality of software by solving identified defects during testing. So problems we identified, by rectifying those problems, software quality improves. Next thing, it will help to deliver bug-free software to the customer. So these are the advantages are there. It will help to deliver reliable software to the customer. It will help to reduce maintenance cost for a project. It will help to stay in a business. It will help to improve the quality of software by solving defects. By solving defects which are identified, during testing. It will help to deliver a bug-free software to the customer. So these are the advantages we have when you go for the software testing. Then, sir, here you said defect, here you said a bug. What is that? We'll see. Difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. First one, we have the error. So generally, error means it is a human mistake. The human mistake which are committed while developing software. In general, mistakes which are identified in programs level or source code of the application is called. Generally, why these errors are going to present means due to human mistakes which are committed while developing software. But whereas mistakes which you identified in a program's level or source code of the application or source code of the application that we are going to call error we are going to say. In general, mistakes were identified in a program's level or source code of the application. Understand? Now, example, it can be a logical error and there will be a syntax errors. Logical errors, syntax errors will be there. Now, example, understand my here. The actual requirement is like this. What is the actual requirement? A plus B multiplied with C. That is the actual requirement. That means first I want to add two numbers. With that sum I want to multiply third number it is. That's the requirement. When I ask the developer, one is written like this. So A plus B multiplied with C. Developer 2 is written like this. A given like this. First developer. Second developer is written like this. Here both the developer did mistake. This is where we are going to call first one logical error we are going to call. The second one we are going to call syntax error. Let us understand what is the difference who are new to the any programming side. So now this is whatever instruction I given, that instruction is understandable, but it will going to generate the wrong output. It will be generate the wrong output. It will generate wrong output. So this is what logical error. Given instruction is understandable, but generate the wrong output it is. That is called logical error we are going to call. Now, second thing, if you see, instruction itself is not understandable. That means where I need to close after A, after B, after C. The instruction is incomplete. This is what we are going to call syntax error we are going to call. Logical error, syntax error. Yeah. Okay. Now, so generally the mistakes which are identified in programs level are source code of the application that we are going to call error. The second thing here I said defect, whereas a defect can also called as an issue or incident or fault. Defect can also called as an issue or incident or fault. Now, what it is a deviation between expected to actual results in AUT, not in the code level. AUT means application under test. Then once application developed, which is given to the separate testing team. Suppose, let us assume that I have the application like this. Now see my here. I'm going to enter the valid user ID, valid password when I click on submit. So if I given the valid user ID, valid password, if I click on submit, what is our expectation? Definitely successful login operation. Definitely there will be successful login operation. Right. Successful login operation. Now I'm going to click on submit. What is the response? Yes, it is successful login operation. Okay. Now, but testing is not at over. Same login functionality I want test. Now this time, I won't test the login functionality without enter the username, without enter the password. I want to click on submit. Without username, without password, when I click on the submit, what is your expectation, ma here? Can you write in the chat box? What is the expectation? So error message should be displayed or not? Or it is a unsuccessful login operation. Right. Now I'm going to click on the submit. You observe that what happens here. So login successful. But what we are expecting unsuccessful. This is a deviation or not. This is what we are going to call defect. So example defect one. Application allowing user to log in without any login credentials. Without any login credentials. That is called defect we are going to call. Defect can also called as an issue or incident or fault. It is a deviation between expected to actual results in AUT application under test. Whereas anything what we expecting if not matches in application that we are going to call defect. So remember that. So goal of testing is to identify defects in developer software. When those are resolved, software quality improves. Software quality improves. Right. Okay. Clear. Now, so who has to solve it is not by testing in it. Who has to solve it is developers need to solve it is. Okay. Now what we do, we got defect like this, we report to the developers. Then developer directly they are not going to solve it is. First they have to do the review on the defects. Developers will do the review on the defects. If they felt, so it is a valid defect, then it is called bug we are going to call. Then it is called bug it is. Okay. Third one, bug means whenever developers are accepted are reported by testing units. That means my here confirmed defects we call as bugs we are going to call. See, sometimes your point of view that may be deviation, but practically it may not be valid one. There's a reason once you send the defects developers, developers will do the review on that. If they felt yes, this is valid, then it is called bug it is. Then there is a failure. So what is failure? Failure means whenever defects are reached to the end user, then it is called failure software. Whenever defects are reached to the end user, then it is called failure software. Whenever defects are reached to the end user, then it is called failure software. That means one or two functionalities are not working in entire project. We can't say it is a failure software. So in general, more number of defects will cause system failure. More problems are getting. You are not tested properly. We deliver the software to the client. While using the software, if client facing more issues, then it is called failure software. That is called failure software. We are going to say. Right. So these are the. Is it clear, everyone? Say yes or no in chat box. Any doubts are there? I will clarify before going to the next concept. You're able to follow it is clear? Bhavana, Ramu, Carlos, Nutan, clear? Able to follow me? Ramu, are able to clear? You understand the concept? Carlos, yes, it is hard to sit continuous in the first day itself more than 1 hour. Difficult to follow. So concentration. Subject is easier, but first time you are sitting means listening the topics, new topic. Hmm. Okay. Nothing is clear, no? Are you there? Nothing? Carlos? Okay. After that, we have the some of the major activities in software company. What are the major activities are there? First one is code, right? So generally, developers are the responsible to do the coding. What is the coding means? Writing the programs using either programming or languages in order to develop the software. It's called writing the programs using either programming or scripting languages in order to develop the software is called coding. It is performed by developers. Second one, testing. Once application developed, then that will be not delivered to the client directly. That will be given to separate testing team. Separate testing team. Right. Now, where engineers will validate application as per client specifications is called testing. So whatever requirements are given by the client, as per the requirements, we go for the testing. That we are going to call testing. We are going to call. So while testing, definitely we may going to identify some defects. We may going to identify some defects in application. Then what we have to do? We need to intimate to the developers. That is called defect reporting. That is notifying about defects to developers is called defect reporting. Notifying about defects to developers is called defect reporting. Is called defect reporting. Who is going to do it is? It is performed by testing units. Then, after defect reporting, there is a debugging. So once we reported defect to developers has to solve it is. But before going to solve it is, they should know that so why this defect is raised, where they did a mistake while developing the software. They have to go for that, right? So debugging. So debugging nothing but analyzing source code of the application, analyzing source code of the application in order to solve the defects. So analyzing source application in order to identify root cause for a defect. Why this defect is raised? Where they did a mistake while writing the program. Developer need to analyze it is. Analyzing source code of the application in order to identify root cause for a defect. Root cause for a defect. That we are going to call debugging. Who is responsible for this? It is performed by developers. It is performed by developers. The root cause analysis. Why this defect is raised? Next one, bug fixing. Bug fixing. What is bug fixing means? Modifying source code of the application. Modifying source code of the application in order to solve the defects. Modifying source code of the application in order to solve the defects. It's called bug fixing or bug resolving also we are going to call. Bug fixing or bug resolving also we are going to call. Okay. It is performed by developers. It is performed by developers. Right. That are some of the major activities. Now, coding, testing, defect reporting, debugging, bug fixing. Now, as a test engineer, we are going to the testing. We do defect reporting. Okay. Now, types of software testing. In general, organization follows two kind of approaches to test application. One is called manual testing. So here, manual testing means without using any automation tool. Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior, how it is response while performing operations. While performing operations, it's called manual testing. Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with application to verify actual behavior while performing operations is called manual testing. But whenever we go for the manual testing, we prepare test cases. Those are used to validate application. So test case in simple Excel sheet, plain English we are going to write. So with validation procedure, how do you want to test? Step by step, we are going to write. Okay. Without using any automation tool, test engineer directly interact with the application to verify actual behavior while performing operations. It's called manual testing. But whenever we go for manual testing, we prepare the test cases and those are used to validate the application. Automation testing. What is that automation testing? So here, automating human activities, human activities in order to validate application called automation testing. So it can be performed using programming languages or scripting languages or using any one of the third party automation tools like Selenium, Tosca, Test Complete, QA Run. Like this, we have the different kind of tools are available. Okay, like this. See, example I will show. Now see my here, if I go for the application like this, login salesforce.com. My client expecting in this space 20 links expecting. How many links more? 20 links they expecting. If I go for the 20 links here, okay. If I go for the 20 links here, manually count 1, 2, 3, and we have here only another. Total 4 links are there. Test is pass or fail. Fail it is, right? Right. Now, test is fail. So it's simple. That is called manual testing. Same thing. If I go for reddy if mail, here I want to check 300 links are there or not. I want to check. My client expecting 300 links. That means links are available or not. I want to check. It will take the more time for us, and no guarantee. We are going to find the all the defects are not. That is also a problem here, right? Now, that is the scenario here. If I go automation, this is the Selenium I'm using here to find the number of links in that phase. The small program we have to write as a testing in when I run it is See, which I want to go for manually. See, my tool is giving that test failed. Why? Because 267. What is how many number of links we're expecting? 300 links. That's the reason. So it is failed. Okay. See, this is automation testing. Let me run once again. So it will open the browser, it will navigate the URL, it will count the number of links, then going to provide the status to me, pass or fail. This is what the see less than 2 minutes we got. If you go for manually, it will take more than 2 hours. This is what the automation testing advantage. Okay, this is what the automation testing advantage. Now, tell me, you want to get a job as a testing engineer. So, what type of skills are required for a technical skills? First, you should have the knowledge on manual testing concepts. Then you should have the knowledge on Selenium tool. In present, Selenium is the more demanding tool than any one of the defect reporting tool. There is also Jira. These topics will be covered. Apart that, if you have some knowledge on the other technologies like some programming knowledge also we are going to Java will be covered in the course itself, like some basic database knowledge, API testing, add advantage, not mandatory. But those kind of material also I'm going to share with you to update yourself. So database concepts and API testing are also I'm going to share with you. Okay. So this is what the automation testing and today's session which I covered about the introduction to the software testing. So tomorrow, so who are interested, already I given my WhatsApp number, just to give the message to me, I will go on to send the notes to you who are interested to continue the class, and also I said timings, so try to check your timings possibilities to attend. So so the timings which I said to you. So today and tomorrow I will take the session like this. Tomorrow 11 o'clock I will take. So Monday to Friday 4:30 to 5:30. So to whom it is convenient, give the message to me. So that this is my WhatsApp number. I will send the today notes. You can read it is before coming to the class tomorrow. Okay, clear? Any doubts here? Okay, thank you. So tomorrow also use the same link. We are going to discuss about this concept. Okay. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.